Okay, so I'm going to be brutally honest. When it comes to SEO, the premium tools are so much better than the free tools. It's not even a competition. But that's not to say that the free tools are bad. In fact, there's 4 in particular that I really love. In fact, there's a lot more than that. I just don't want to overwhelm you with too many different SEO tools. So we're just going to start with 4 that can really help give you insight to SEO as a whole and into your competitors so you can crush them. Okay, so let's run through some of my favorites. I'll start with my absolute, without a doubt, favorite, let's see, best top free plugin of all time. I'm sorry, it's a Chrome extension, it's not a plugin. And it is this one right here. It's called Keywords Everywhere. Keywords Everywhere is so amazing. I cannot get enough of it. It's a Chrome extension, and as I showed you earlier, it shows the volume of keywords every time that you search them in Google. So for instance, if you're trying to start a website about gaming, whether it's any type of gaming, best laptop for gaming, now you know the volume of this keyword, you know? But let's say you want best laptop for gaming for, you know, on a budget. Then you can see, so this one's actually 14,000. So Keywords Everywhere is super simple in what it does. All it does is show you worldwide search volume for different keywords. Easy as that. But it's amazing. It needs to be on everybody's SEO checklist. It's possibly my favorite tool of all time because it's simplicity and it's also it's just amazing. Download it right now. My number 2 free SEO tool recommendation is going to be a different one. A lot of people might not recommend this, but I use this thing every freaking day. So let's say you're doing a blog about interior design and you want to go after this term, this keyword, best color for living room, 6,600 a month, good stuff. You want to assess what your competition is doing. A big part of SEO is seeing what your competition is doing and doing it better. And word count is one of those things. Now, not always, but you want to at least get an idea of what Google is ranking. So for instance, that one is not any word count, but let's say something like this. You want to see what PPG paints. What are you guys doing these days? You say, okay, that's interesting. Word count is definitely important to Google, so let's go ahead and highlight this. And yet again, it's a simple Chrome extension, and all you do is right-click, Word Counter Plus, and it'll show you exactly how many words are on the page. Now, this might help you more in certain niches over others. For instance, in the travel niche, typically longer content wins. So if you want to go for a keyword, it's the best sushi in Kyoto or something, you can see, okay, the number 1 result is 1,000 words. Number 2 result, you use this extension, click, Word Counter Plus, 2,500 words, so on and so on. And you could say, all right, well, my goal now is to beat all of them, and I'm going to do a 4,000 word article. So in terms of insight, it's one of my favorite things. I probably use it every day because if you are in the blogging game in particular, word counts are just important, and it's without a doubt the fastest and most effective way to keep track of word counts. My 3rd free SEO tool is the Moz bar. Moz is a famous SEO company. They write SEO content, they have SEO products, they have SEO consultation. They're just kind of all things SEO. And this free bar is a really good tool. I say that with a caveat though. Let me explain what the tool is first, okay? So as you can see, the Moz bar is up at the top. We have a PA and a DA. A PA is page authority and DA is domain authority. So this page authority is 46 and domain authority is 56. I think the more interesting metric of the two is domain authority because basically in essence what it shows you is the power of a website. So let's say we took, think of a small website. Well, let's take Lonely Planet, okay? Not a small website. So this is Will Haddon's The Broke Backpacker, and it has a DA of 56. Now that's a metric that's invented by Moz, so take it with a grain of salt. It is not science by any stretch, but it gives you a decent indication of the power of the site. 56 is a great score. All sites start at 0. So for instance, Ditch Your Desk, which has been around for a year now, has a low DA because we don't really do a lot of link building and stuff on it. Our traffic really is just comes from the Broke Backpacker right now. So the DA for Ditch Your Desk is, drumroll please, I'd say around 15. 19. Okay, so a decent DA. That's usually what you'll end up for a site after about a year. But if you've had a site like Will has, the Broke Backpacker, for 5 years and he's built it into one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, a DA of 56 is huge. But then look at a company like Lonely Planet, I'm gonna guess it's in the 90s somewhere. Okay, so sometimes the Moz bar can be a little glitchy. It took a second for this to load, but there you go. DA 91. It's on a score from 1 to 100, so it doesn't get any higher than 99, I don't think. Facebook, Google, Amazon, they're all in the 99s, and all that means is they're super powerful websites. It means that they get a ton of traffic, they have a ton of backlinks, they have a ton of power. So yet again, a 19 or something, you can expect that after about a year. If you really go hard in 5 years, you'll get like a DA in the 50s or 60s, and then if your brand ends up taking over the world, the 90s, you're doing pretty well for yourself. That's what the Moz bar does. It gives you indications, and it's going to be very important for things like building backlinks, because you might be on a Facebook group where they say only people with DA of 10 or above, or with 15 and above. So knowing your DA, while it is not a scientific metric, it can be insightful. And finally, my last free recommendation is going to be Google Search Console. Now, Google Search Console basically shows you what is happening in SEO for your particular website. So for instance, we're looking on the Broke Backpacker right now. It's got 1 billion people that come a month, give or take, and it shows you what keywords people are coming in for, how many are clicking it, how many impressions that actually gets. Google Search Console, Google Search Console needs no introduction. There's plenty of resources online for how to best use Google Search Console, and it's just kind of a thing between Google Analytics and Search Console. It's free to set up, and it can give you so much powerful information for what is happening on your site. So that's basically it with the 4 top free SEO tools that I can recommend. While these tools are a necessary part of your regimen, though, they can only take you so far, and we will get into the better tools, the premium tools, in the next video.